Okay guys, I thought I would mess in the kitchen a little bit. First of all, I've got a roll of hamburger. Now this is my pinto beans that I did a review of. Okay. Pinto beans. I'm going to put them in the refrigerator. They were only cooked today, so they'll be good tomorrow. I got a hamburger, roll of hamburger, and to get a wipe this countertop off. Good to see everyone in the stream. If you're here, thank you. Kelly Linderthal, good to see you. This is for the crock pot, so I've got just a little bit of cornbread. I'll set it up on the microwave. I'm going to fix myself a little bit of supper, breakfast for supper, for less snack, supper snacks. So. Okay. The hamburger needs to be divided. I'm going to show you how I divide a hamburger. You know, I've got myself some freezer bags. I separate the hamburger, okay? I'm going to do 3 of these. I open them all. What I'm going to do yummy, yay. Okay. Oh no. Ran out of wax paper. Darn it. Ran out of wax paper. Okay. These are really I don't think I really need. I'm going to cut these in half. Okay. And I'm going to take this whole hamburger. It's a 3-pound roll of hamburger. And I'll let it sit in here for a while. I know I let it sit. Yeah. There's a little bit of bad to it. Take the bad off of it. It is exposed a little to the air, to the oxygen. Take it, throw it away. Okay, wash my hands again. Okay. What we have to do, I'm going to do, start out with these balls. It's going to be like hamburger patties. Darn it. I'm going to go ahead, fix myself something to eat, so I'm going to turn it on the stove. Yes. You got to have a little bit of something to eat. And just put all the sausage, you know. It's cold, man. Woo. Cold as cold can be. I may not use all those bags, so 4 patties in a bag, so that's what I do. I like to take the patties out by pair by pair, and at a time. So, I like to make the patties kind of small, because you know you make them too big, they're wasting hamburger. I should have fixed it up by now. And so try to even it off. Awful small pieces, small hamburgers. Yeah. Just try to make them decent sized, you know. Mm-hmm. So good to see everyone. You love the taste of raw hamburger. It might make you sick. I'd be afraid that would make me kind of sick, honestly. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I try to gauge them by the size of my hand. There we go. They don't have to be really thin when you mash these out, you know. Just to kind of make them kind of small but functional. And the way I do it, okay, one stack, one on top of a piece of stuff stacked on top of each other. See. And another one stacked on top of another. So you got one stacked on, these are, each one is stacked on top of its own piece of wax paper. You take the wax papers, you put them toward each other, the wax paper toward each other, and when the wax papers toward each other, when they're frozen, they won't stick together. You can easily separate them and leave two patties in the bag, and just take two patties out of the bag and leave the other two in the bag so that you can, you know. So I'll just take this one and put these in here, put these in the bag, and they're separatable. If you just have one layer of wax paper, it'll be hard to come apart. But if you have two layers of wax paper in between the hamburgers, you can easily just separate them to where you're, take this back and put this in here, and then this in here. So just make this here like this. Get the hamburger all fixed up. I put just messing around. Okay, and there we go. Good to see everybody in here. Subscribe if you haven't. Learn more about cooking, learn about life, you know. Yeah, whatever you want to do. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Remember that. Get everybody in the house tonight. Okay. Okay. Now, hamburger here has been completely. There we go. Now these are toward each other. Don't need that. Now, anyways, wax papers are gonna be toward each other, so they can be separated. Okay. There. There. Try to shrink all the air out of it. Okay. Got these frozen. Frozen. That's in the freezer. take a big roll of hamburger, put it in there and freeze it. There you go. Mm. Okay, strawberry preserves, butter. You got some oil. Good to see everyone. I love the taste. I only eat a little bit of it. Okay, my cat's low. Tell cool, Monica. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is put a little oil in here. Some oil. And get it good and warm. Now this is fresh sausage. I like to take this sausage and just really cook it. You know? This is the wrong sausage. What happened to the other? I have a fresh bowl of it somewhere. There we go. That sausage here was the wrong one. Ooh, thank goodness. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to be going to the bathroom, wash my hands good. I'll be right back. Okay, now, I always try to do that. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions? Okay. The main thing I try to do okay, just try to cook them slow. There we go. That's a good way to do it. Just throw them in there. Okay, now I've got me some sausage, and it's good fresh sausage too. Okay. Okay, now I've got some hash brown patties here. These are hash browns. Now, I'm going to take this in the toaster oven. Take the toaster oven, unbroil, got it going. And I've got some, I've got a toaster, but I don't know if it's going to work or not. No. Shoot. There we go. You know what I'm going to do? And get another one. I save these old bread bags, okay? Look. See, old bag of bread, old empty bread bag. I take things like this. So these Kroger hash brown patties. Take these. Stick them in here in bread bag. Twist it up. You can freeze it and it'll keep from getting freezable. That's how I do things. But anyway, I got this in here. Now I'm going to give me another slice of sausage too. You got to eat the sausage up, you know. Can't let this stuff stay forever. Now try not to cook it too much or too fast. I don't want to have that burnt look, you know, burnt taste. Okay, now I've got this in here. And I got it in here. I'm going to twist it on up there. And then what we're going to do is put it back in the refrigerator. Okay. Bread we've got here. This bread we've got. Sorry. This is Grissom's wheat bread. 100% wheat bread. We got 1 gram of fat. Saturated fat 0. Trans fat 0. No fat at all. Calories from fat. We got sodium 110 milligrams. This bread is really good. Okay. Protein 2 grams. Fiber. Let's see. Vitamins. Sodium. Dietary fiber 1 gram. So you got some fiber in here. It's like, give me my fiber. I need my fiber. Wayne gave us some stuff he had frozen. He gave us some bread. It was, I'll go through it with you. I'll show you the bread Wayne gave us. I'm going to freeze all this bread Wayne gave us. Okay. Now this is deli enriched potato rolls. We got some potato rolls here. Okay. And we've got some, I think Wayne's neighbor gave them to him. All these are potato rolls and stuff like that. So I'm going to take this stuff and probably freeze it. We've got a freezer out in the garage, okay? We got a freezer out in the garage, refrigerator out in the garage. I'll put it in there. Okay, we got a piece of toast. This toaster is not working the best in the world. Figure out what's wrong with the toaster. Okay. I guess I need to resist eating a second egg, honestly. Okay. A little bit of butter. Okay, just thought I'd eat a late night breakfast. Okay. Good to see everyone. Good night, Monica. Sandy, good to see you. Make me hungry, woman. Yeah, good to see you. I have to go to bed, so good night. God bless you. God bless you too, Sally Linderthal. Good night. Thank you for coming in. This is a rare form of L8 orange cream. It's a rare flavor, and it's not too good. It is pretty good. I didn't have any regular L8. It's pretty good. Just, it's not good because it was from yesterday. It loses its fizz overnight. Yeah, pops from the last day before. It's not good. Pop from yesterday in a bottle like that's not good. Because it's not going to be tasting any good because the fizz is all gone out of it. Oh man, the toast is pretty well done. That's what we're doing. We're cooking up ourselves a little something. If I'm going to eat something, this is like my third meal. Someone, I don't eat, it would be nice in England they eat 4 meals a day, but, 4 or 5 meals a day. I've been trying to eat less, and this is only my third meal. Because I ate soup beans twice, and this is number 3. And I don't go to bed until 4 o'clock in the morning, so, lately, so. It's not too much, I guess. It's only supper for me, really. So, yeah. I'm making it look nice and pretty and attractive. Mm-hmm. I try not to cook this sausage too fast because it's not good when you cook it too fast. Okay, I've got a list here to make a brush for this. It's not done yet. We'll just take it and throw it in here. The only thing about pinto beans is you need to put something in them to avoid that. Hey there, Flower Power. How are you? Good to see you in the house this evening. Oh, see you tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Ketchup for my potato. Cooks a whole lot quicker here on the stove. And I've got a, reminds me. I need to take this and clean this and glaze it. I'm going to have a skillet. I might use this as the main skillet in the house and take the small one that's already been glazed. It's already good. Take this one, leave it in the house when I get it fixed and done. I need to look up how to glaze a skillet, okay? Banana nut bread. Time making. Yay. Banana, oh yeah, banana nut bread. That sounds really good, Flower Power. That sounds like a really great thing to have to make. And zucchini bread too is good too. Okay, see I put this stuff on here to drain the grease. Okay. See? Trying to squeeze the grease out of it. I have to do some dishes tonight too. But yeah, the soup beans. I made the video for the soup beans today. I'm glad you guys saw it. And I made a video, uploaded a video today about my, what you call the Culver's concrete mixer. How much water in beef these days? Quite a bit. I'm like you would remember your grandma doing. Cooking is my game. Right, Flower Power. Good. That's awesome. Seal hater. I do not live close. You would be as big as a house. I guess I would be, Flower Power. You would be cooking good, wouldn't you? No, we would be eating good, too. I'm going to try to go on a good diet myself. So, yeah. Probably need a new picture before too long. And I like to eat ketchup on my thing here. Now, what I'm going to do now is going to dump out my strawberry preserves right on my plate. I don't like to put it on the bread. I like to put it right on there. And take this stuff, put it away, get rid of it. A little bit of juice. Yeah. A little bit of juice. We drink juice with our breakfast. So. Okay. So that's what I'm going to be doing. It's like, what, 30 to 35, 40 degrees outside. I'm going to go out to the camper. I've got an electric heater in there. I'll show you my electric heater. You see how cold it is out here. Just a heat running in the camper. Just got this little heater going. Okay. Yeah, that would be a nice cooking channel. Flower Power. That would be nice. See, it's an electric heater, portable electric. It's an electric heater with a thermostat. In the camper now, 64.9. I got it on low. This has a low and high setting with the thermostat, so it's livable in here, and you can crank it up a little higher when you get to staying in here. So thought I'd come on for a little while and show you, share with you guys. So help me to get to 2,000 subs or 1,500 if you can, guys. Help me to build my subs a little bit. If you know anybody or share on your Facebook or whatever, I'm going to try to build my subscribers up. Try to build my channel. I need to know what kind of content people want to watch, Oh, pretty cold, huh? Isn't it? T.O., share your T.O. Tip. Oh, okay. I'm not the best at zucchini bread, but you can take a recipe for banana bread recipe and substitute your, substitute in your recipe. Just instead of using banana, just use zucchini instead of banana. You can get these crushed walnuts or whatever. My little baby girl's coming. So, 33 out right now. Richmond, Kentucky. It's 33 here. Zucchini brownies. Okay. Everybody else. That's basically seeing her. Oh yeah, I like to have an old recipe like that too. But she's like, seems like to me like a normal person in the fact that a lot of nomads are people who really just don't care about technology or being in their rooms. They like to live outdoors all the time amongst people. And I like to be in my room, She likes to have her room decorated to look like a room and have her mood lights on and stuff and play video games and stuff. That's kind of the person I am. I like to be in my room and do stuff. If I lived in a van or an RV, it would have to be something I could be in my room and just feel like I'm in my room, Not living outside with people in a vehicle. I would have to feel like I'm living in a home, even if it is a vehicle. So I'm going to mute you guys just for a few minutes. I'm going to see what these YouTubers have to say. I'll be right back. Hey there. Oh, yeah. I think Flower Power that if I was living full-time in a camper, if it was small, even if it was small, as long as I felt like I had everything I had in my home. That's the main point. Flower Power is that, I gotta have what I have in my home, Even if it's small, I just gotta have my home, my stuff, my room, I gotta have my TV, I gotta have my stereo. I gotta live like I lived growing up. I gotta live like a normal person. I gotta live like a person. I gotta have a stereo and a television set. But yeah, I think that's just the way it has to be. I just have to feel like I'm at home. I feel like you're in a house, even though it's tiny. You know, you're in a tiny room. I'll be right back. The sound of a creek would be nice, or a river. Quietly read. That would be nice, just a quiet way to live. I would appreciate the quiet too, I think. Um, Monica, I think you're right. I guess you could convert to reading books instead of listening to music and watching TV. You could convert to book reading. Living without technology. I was, just for a minute. I was checking out a YouTube channel and seeing what somebody else was doing. But in Hong Kong, they have these cubicle apartments. Yeah, it's tiny homes. Okay. These are kind of tiny homes that I like. I see my truck camper as a tiny type of a tiny home. There. You see, and if I got a travel trailer, I would turn a travel trailer into a tiny home. Where did you go, Flower Power? See, it's just enough space. There's a tiny apartment. There's a Tokyo tiny apartment in. Well, yeah, I like my tech. That's a really nice tiny apartment in like Tokyo. See it? How nice it is? That's a cubicle apartment. See, that's just how big it is. It's just big enough for the person to have their shit. That's not just a bed. That's a cubicle. There's Tunica, Mississippi was a blast. Oh, that sounds like a great place. There's cubicle and there's coffin. Coffin, you don't stand up, you sit down. And I figured if those people can live in those cubicles and coffins is 3 foot by 6 foot by 3 foot high, just enough for you to lay down and sit up, and watch TV. That's all the room you have. But it's private. I think that's the most important part of a house is privacy. I mean, if people can see you, there's cubicle apartments that are just a cage, and they call those cage homes in Hong Kong. That's not a cage, that's a full blown private cubicle. Full blown private coffin home. You know, that is a cubicle because you can stand up. Coffins, you can't stand up in it. Some of them are layered two or three on top of each other. But that's just like a truck camper. Small as a truck camper. You got your bed for your bunk bed for your kids and yourself. Bunk beds for your kids and yourself. You've got, you know, maybe a tiny bathroom. You share a bathroom with someone. I dated a guy one time that had lived in one of those uh, tiny apartment, but he shared his bathroom with other people. His shower with other people. He had a little toilet, but he didn't have a whole bathroom. See, he's got everything he needs right in that little room. And there's one. People are in there playing cards or whatever they're doing in their cubicle, cubicle home. Because you can stand up in a cubicle, you just can't stand up in a coffin. And then there's the cage coffins. But the cubicles, you have privacy. In the cages, you don't have privacy. It's just a cage. See, that's a nice micro, you know. So it's a small apartment. See, that's all it amounts to. That's an RV built to be lived in. It's built to be lived in. It's called the Living Vehicle, and they're making it. Based out of California, only a few a year. So that's really nice. Let's see that. But yeah, I just thought I would show that with you. That's your coffin, cubicle, tiny homes. Hold on, let me hear what they have to say. Let's see. That's kind of where I got the idea. And there's a man that lived out in the woods in a tiny log cabin. Oh yeah, I know what you mean, flower power. Oh yeah, from fear. As long as you have privacy and you can lock your door. See an ocean. That sounds great. Because it's like a pyramid scheme, I think. Because, you know, you get other people into the business and you make money off of other people. And my uncle and them were going to these Amway conventions. You know, and you could meet people and you know, and you could try to build your business. And I'm gonna be wealthy. Let's get out here and sell this Amway. You can get people to join Amway and be under you. And But you've got to get people in your business under you. And if so, you're going to be a millionaire. A young person would be naive. It seems just rather naive to believe that. For a person to believe that you can make $1 million doing this, just naive to me. I'm not hating on the person, people. No. And Avon is good. I like Avon and Mary Kay. If you can supplement yourself through Amway, Avon, Mary Kay, but the ones that expect you to have people under you in the business, you don't make much money. Oh yeah, yeah, there is big money in it, but you'd have to get people under you. It's not really because of the products that you sell. It's the people who pay to become members under you. You'd have to get people to become members under you. People go to grocery stores to get their stuff. They aren't going to go to someone online, a friend, to order groceries. I think it's not convenient. I think if a few people can make big money on Amway, but if an average person wants to make money, they're going to have to find a bigger racket, you know? A better way to make money. I guess you have to have a niche market. You have to be able to have a market that's needed, you know? You have to have something people want. In order to make money, I mean, you can make big money, but it's not everybody who could do it. I sold Avon when I was young, and I have to say Avon was the bigger ripoff. Ah, so it was a pyramid, just a legal one, yeah. I sold Avon when I was young. Avon was the bigger ripoff. Tupperware sold it, and it was paid for the pieces I wanted. Oh, that's good. Tupperware seems like, because you can't go everywhere and get Tupperware. Yeah, I think Tupperware would be a good thing. And it's a way for people to get together and make friends, you know, Tupperware parties. You know, people used to have them. People called it network marketing. People call it network marketing. Yeah. And I was getting into that Avon. I mean, the Amway, they called it network marketing. But my aunt and uncle never made any money, you know? They never really made any money with Amway. They tried, but they never made any money. They made money. They made friends, a lot of people they associated with. That's all it was meeting people. It is geared for the sellers not to make money unless or high up. How long did you live? I didn't live in New Hampshire. What's her name was talking about it. Whatever her name was talking. Who's talking about New Hampshire? New Hampshire. Oh, Flower Power. Flower Power lived in New Hampshire. Or 2 years, huh? Massachusetts, see you later. Sounds like a good place. Probably, I guess it's kind of expensive. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some dishes myself. And get the grease out of this skillet. That's what it's about. I guess it's some kind of you can be some kind of what do you call those, entrepreneurial person? Entrepreneurial people do well, I think. Just to find a way to make a living that you want to do. Have your own business, do something. Oh. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. There we go. See my stuff already. I do dishes. Woo. Just organize and clean up. Do dishes. Yes. Yes. I guess I'd like to have another cup of coffee. Make another cup of coffee, I reckon. Smelling. So, Seal Hater S. U.S. Air Force only. It was closed. Turn the flight line into a private airport. You're United States Air Force only. Okay. There for reserves. Okay, reserves. 2-floor housing across from the runway. If it was not torn down, was an old building. Old then. PX still open up. Oh, okay. Yeah. A military and Air Force. I understand. So, yeah. It's interesting. It's an Army base on Cape Cod, Joni. Oh, okay. That's okay. Makes sense. Good. That gas, those beans are really good for you, but the only bad thing about those beans, they give you gas. Sometimes people say put a potato or to put, either put a potato in the beans or put baking powder in the beans. Baking soda or baking powder in the soup beans. When you make your pinto beans, either put either in your baked bean in your beans either put use some baking powder or baking soda in your beans or put a potato in your beans. That's what they're supposed to do to keep the gas out of the beans. Keep from having what they call dirty beans. They call them dirty beans because they give you gas. You know? Give you gas. That's why the only bad thing about the beans is giving you gas. That's the only thing. I've just got a lot of clutter. All this stuff been really dirty. It's just cluttered. And then it's my mom's house. Mom's kitchen, you know. I'm not going to move stuff around. I have to ask her where I can move things at. To clean things here, I just just have to kind of move things. I asked my mom if I could move things around. Clean the kitchen, you know. Marlboro Mint, how are you, Marlboro Mint? Nice to see you. It does flour. Yeah, I think that would be good. But yeah, a lot of your settlers, original settlers, would love to. You know, they would have dried beans, cans of dried beans, and potatoes, and, you know, a salt cured ham hanging, you know. The settlers who lived in log cabins that first came to the United States, of the pioneers that moved into like the mountains, you know, Appalachian mountains, and they had to survive the winter the first years that they lived here. They had to, you know, they would have beans, dried beans, and I think that's how the eastern, southern Appalachian people, you know, would learn to have beans and eat soup beans, pinto beans, because, you know, pinto beans were dried beans. They would last forever. They didn't have refrigerators. They had to have things like dried beans to last the winter. Yes. I'm such a fan of beans, but oh, I pay for it. Yeah, I do too. I know what you mean there. But those Mexican beans I got today were pretty good. The Mexican beans were actually pretty good. You know, you can find a lot of good Mexican food, Mexican stuff in the Mexican section of the store. It has, you know, it's Mexican when it's written in Spanish, you know. They have Spanish letters written on the package. It's good stuff. I love the Coca-Cola. I never tried a Mexican Coca-Cola, but I love anything old, you know. To find out how to glaze a skillet. I used to like beans at the Tin Man. Oh, the Tin Man must have been a restaurant or somewhere. Remember at the Routry. Split green pea soup on a cold day of today, yeah. Never had split pea soup. People have said bad things about them. I'm going to have to get some sandpaper, get the rust off of this pan, and get it glazed and get it fixed. I did the other skillet. See, that one looks good. It's glazed up and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to have to glaze this one out. Get this one all fixed and ready. I'll take one of them out to the camper. But I like to have them... Yeah, I don't... Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, the soup beans, I just cook them in a crock pot. But I'd like to have a real... an iron Dutch oven. I bought that iron Dutch oven and did a review of it. But it's covered with enamel. It was covered with an enamel. You know, it's just like the whole point of an iron skillet, it lasts forever. That enamel starts, you have to worry about the enamel chipping and everything. You can't put it in on a wood burning stove. You have to monitor the temperature of one of those enamel covered iron skillets or iron Dutch ovens. I'd rather have a bare Dutch oven without no enamel on it. Just a regular, plain cast iron Dutch oven, you know. Just like that. You know, a real Dutch oven like that. You put all that enamel stuff on cast iron. I mean, it helps in some ways, but, you know, it defeats the purpose of having cast iron, to me. Something that your grandparents or great-grandparents used. You know, you can clean it up and use it still. And so... I don't see anything. I need to clean it really good. Yeah, so that's what I have to do. Clean it up. Yeah, it's dirty around here. This is a smaller one. Yeah. Not exactly the same, but pretty close. 10.5-inch iron skillet made in Korea. 10.5-inch iron skillet. This is a 10.5. This must be a 12-inch. But iron skillet's iron, you know. Iron is iron. Doesn't make any difference. I'm going to get off of here and cut you guys loose. About a teaspoon of salt. Cook them for a few hours on medium heat. And add chopped onions. That sounds really good. Sounds really good. I'm going to let you guys go. I'll catch you on the flip side. Like, share, subscribe, join the revolution. And I will catch you where the sun don't shine. Goodbye. Ta-ta for now. And I will see you on the end.